Hello everybody, it's Moon here, and welcome back to another episode of WolfQuest and the Dragon Pack, where we have our first litter of pups here, and I think I am going to go ahead and wait to name them until young hunters. I know it's a little sad when you lose pups and they're just a series of numbers, but I feel like that's kind of in Igneous's character anyways, that to not get super attached until he knows that they're strong. 1839F with the skull. I feel like the girls really like the skull. Especially 1839F. I feel like I always see her with it. Let's see, where did we leave off? Our territory is decaying, but we have such a massive territory that kind of doesn't really matter that much. Pack info, it looks like we just fed the pups, they're not hungry. We're a little sleepy, we might get some sleep. We do have a, carcass down. I might, if we do a howl, will that boost some hexes a little bit? I don't know if that did anything really, but I think we might just get some more sleep. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's wake up with a little howl. And Ash definitely wants to go out. I don't think we have enough food to feed the pups, so I think we might do another hunt over here, and we can go to our carcass as backup if we need, just to make sure that we get some territory marked. We don't have to keep, like, everything maintained with this huge of a territory. But I do want to try, if we can, to keep things marked decently well. Go on, in the den. So that, we can go hunting. Ash is gonna start going without us. Okay, so we need to go east. Is the scent going the right way for that? Not really. But let's go that way anyways. I'm sure we'll find something, even if it's just like a mule deer. We are still small enough of a pack that we can get by just fine with a mule deer. Whoa, look at the fog. I don't know if I've ever seen the fog look like this before. We also forgot to get up pack affinity before we left, so I don't know how long we'll stay out, but look at this fog. Whoa. I don't know if I've ever seen fog like this in the game before. It's so foggy over here. Look at that. That's crazy. I can barely see in front of me. This is also a very big stretch of river here. That's wild. It's so foggy. I wonder if it's because of the water, because we're in kind of a bit of like a canyon. Not really a canyon, but like it kind of, I mean, I guess it's kind of a canyon over there, but we're in a very low elevation area. It doesn't say anything special over here. Bannock Ford, except I guess. But it's in a very low elevation area with a big river. I wonder if that's something that could cause a lot of fog like this. That's so cool. I love the, like, atmosphere of having some heavy fog over here. But we should probably find something to eat before the pups decide to go exploring. Forgot to Totally forgot to make sure our affinity was high before we set out. Here we go, here's some mule deer. Let's maybe do a quick hunt and then maybe we can send Ash home to feed the pups while we continue marking. I think that'll be a good compromise. That's one thing that's nice about being only 2 wolves. I don't have to worry about getting a meat chunk back for any adult wolves. I can just have Ash eat here and then send her home, and then that's all I have to worry about. She should be able to feed the pups on her own. Oh, and there's a hex invasion. I guess we'll be dealing with that. Oh, and Ash has a hair. That's not going to be very helpful for the hunt. Oh well, hopefully when we get this mule deer stopped, maybe she'll set it down. Of course, with Igneous' stamina, it might actually be good to let Ash eat that hare real quick so that she can help us catch up to that mule deer. Because she might be a bit faster than we are. What are her stats? She has a -1 speed, we have -2, so she's a little bit faster than we are. Okay, did you eat your hare? Let's go get that mule deer. Is that hex invasion where we are wanting to mark? I guess I'll look after we do our hunt. I don't want to get distracted from the mule deer for too long. After all, we do have affinity to worry about, so we want to do this fairly quickly. This could be a bit steep. There we go, now Ash will help us a bit. I kind of want to mark this, but I feel like we might lose the mule deer if I do that. We've got it pretty close now. Go, almost. We'll be able to mark this hex anyways, because we're gonna take it down right here, I think. Ow. And there we go. Let's go ahead and mark. Alright, it looks like the hex invasion is potentially down here, which is not exactly where I wanted to mark, but Igneous is not one to pass up on a hex invasion, so I think we're gonna have to deal with that anyways. Ash, once you finish eating, I will send you home so that the pups don't escape. Go on, take care of the pups. Thank you. I will finish eating and go deal with that. Oh. Okay, you just had to do that before you go. That's very cute. Okay then. Oh, the hex invasion disappeared. I think they stole 1 hex and they were done, but I think Igneous is still gonna go over there. Because he doesn't really tolerate wolves stealing his territory, so I think we're going to, even if he doesn't really need this territory. It is so far away, but it's just the concept, you know, like, he just doesn't, he's not really willing to give up his land, even if he doesn't need it. So I definitely think we're gonna go find those rival wolves and put them in their place. All I smell right now is dispersals, though. But we are gonna go over to this this scent post and remark it. Okay, I think that might be their scent, or it might just be the dispersals. Yeah, this is dispersal scent, but we are still gonna do a howl, and if they want to steal this land from us, they're gonna have to come and get me. That's not really the pack that I expected to hear. They don't seem to be wanting to come back. Well, it's mine now. Let's go ahead and we'll mark this other hex over. Oh, we should probably boost this back to full since we don't come down here very often. And then we'll go mark the hex over there, and we'll get back and get our pack affinity up before we sleep. And we're back. Whew! Our affinity got down to like 1% there. That was, I don't know if your mate can actually leave you once you've had pups, but we definitely would have been on the cusp of it there. But we had to travel very far, so I mean, after all, our den is pretty far up north and we were all the way down here, but we had some important business to attend to, and truthfully, I think Igneous is a little disappointed he didn't actually get an excuse to fight anybody. But we are home now. Let's get our affinity up, and then we can get some sleep. I don't smell anything dangerous, so that's good. Oh, and of course we get a cooldown when we're trying to get affinity up. We might also be a bit too tired to get all the way back up, but maybe a little rare bounce moment for Igneous to try and help a bit. I don't know that this is doing anything. I think we need to sleep before we can get it the rest of the way up. Oh, and there's another eagle. This time I want you all in the den. I'm still bouncing. And of course, they won't all go in the den. Okay, never mind. They might be changing their mind. I see the shadow. 1841M, you're the same one that stayed out last time, weren't you? That's what I thought. Alright, get out of here. Get going. And there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get some sleep now. You don't need more of my pups. Of course, it's going in a different direction, so I wonder if that means maybe it's a different eagle. I know the game doesn't... I don't think the game really works like that mechanically, but we can pretend that was a different eagle. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some sleep. 1839, F had her cougar skull again in her sleep. That was funny. Okay, yeah, let's make sure and get everybody fed, and we also need to get affinity up. So So let's do some howling and affinity stuff here. Try and get us up to full, and then we might want to go and do some marking again. Where are you going? Get back over here. Okay, is everybody fed? Cool. Okay, let's get affinity up. That's something that is a little bit harder to do when you have a small pack. When you have a big pack, the affinity shoots up so quickly when you howl. Can we do a bounce now? Will that help? Might still be in the cooldown. I like that Ash is joining in though. Aw, oh, come on, I want to get affinity up so we can go mark. The cooldown is so annoying. I wish they would not do that. Okay, I've gotten affinity up a bit. I think we're gonna go back to sleep though. Our territory needs marked, but again, Igneous isn't super on top of that. It's quite far away. And I think we just want to get rested up. We have plenty of food for now, so I think we'll just go ahead and get some more sleep. Uh-oh, we've got a sick pup. But Igneous is not going to be one to stick around to take care of a sick pup, unfortunately. He's definitely the strong survive kind of wolf. So I think we're gonna have to just hope that he gets better on his own. We have to go out and hunt anyways. So let's go ahead, get the pups in the den. Fleas are starting to get a bit irritating, but we are getting closer to the journey. Ash is gonna start leaving without us. The pups are gonna take too long to— oh, come on. Get in there. Let's go ahead and catch up with Ash. He's basically in the den. Where'd she go? Alright. Let's see what we want to hunt. We'll go in this direction again since we need a mark. Maybe we'll just grab a mule deer real quick again, and then we'll have more time to hunt. Did I say we'll do a quick hunt to have more time to hunt? I meant to mark. More time to mark. Speaking of marking. Here we go, here's some mule deer. Let's go ahead and snag one, and then we can go back to marking. I guess depending on what direction we go, we can either mark over here or over here. But it looks like right now we're heading in this direction, so we'll just see whatever's closer and more convenient to mark. There is some bison and more mule deer, but I think we'll go for this mule deer doe here. She got slowed down there, so that makes her a good target. She was also a little bit lower on health, so I think that's a good call there. She's got her. Let's regain our stamina while she's going a bit slower here. we don't have to exert as much stamina to keep up with her. Let's use this as a good opportunity to regain our stamina. Especially if Ash keeps catching up with her and slowing her down, that's very helpful. Okay, we've got full stamina. Let's go ahead and go in. We should be able to get her down pretty quickly now. Are we right by the den? Oops, I'm like running into her instead of... yeah, the den's that way, so this just looks a bit like where our den is. Big rock by the water there. We'll get fed. We are still, I think, a bit closer to here, so I think we'll mark up here while we're over here, and we can send Ash back to feed the pups as usual. There's like a bite left. I guess we can take it with us while we mark, just to make sure we're all full. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some marking done while she goes and feeds the pups. At least this time we won't be as far away, so we shouldn't, affinity shouldn't drain quite as much before we get back. Alright, we have returned with a little bit of food so that Igneous and Ash can get a bit topped off. Oh, it was literally a bite. I didn't even realize I was carrying around a bite of food the whole time. I thought because the meat chunk was kind of big that it was a bit more food than that. There was some coyotes and there's a spike elk carcass and a bear on the way here. I'm gonna put the pups in the den because there might be an attack here soon. There was coyotes and like I said, coyotes and a bear on the way home from the den, not that far away. A little too close for comfort. But also I might go find this spike elk carcass just to see how much is maybe on it. Oh, that's an eagle. Let's get you a little boost. Go on in. I swear, the eagle attacks always happen when I say that something else might be attacking. Come on. Get out of here. My pups are all going in the den. You're not gonna get anything. Very good. Okay, let's leave them in the den. Let's go ahead. Let's go check out this carcass if we can still find it. That might be what the bear was after. But let's go take a peek. I don't mind a little extra food. What direction was it coming from? Was it coming from like that way? Oh, nope, Ash is gonna stay with the pups, I guess. Let's see, I think it was maybe up around here. Oops, running out of stamina. Okay, let's see if we can find that scent again. Or maybe not. It may have been just a small carcass that bear was finishing off. It might be gone now. Oh well, we're all fed, so I'm not worried about it. Let's go ahead. We probably need to get affinity up, because that might actually be a bit of an issue for this pack that we don't really have to worry about as much in our other packs. Because we have such a large territory, we tend to be out for longer periods of time than some of our other packs. Is everybody out of the den? Okay, yeah. We tend to be out and about for longer periods of time than some of the others, so affinity tends to drain a little bit more. Now, granted, I don't know if we can get affinity up very high when we're out of sleep, but we might as well try for a little bit, and then we'll get some sleep. Alright, we've got affinity basically all the way up, so let's go ahead and get some sleep. Alright, how is 1841 doing? 60%. It's not the greatest, but again, Knight is not really one to sit with his pups when they're sick. Not if he doesn't have to. And we do have territory that kind of needs marked. But let's go ahead and get everybody fed first. Where is he? Is he in the den? Buddy, come on, at least eat some food. I'm not gonna baby you, but I will at least make sure you get fed. Oh, is it time to howl? You guys are all very cute. Are you gonna come eat? Because that will be a sign, one sign of if you're gonna pull through or not, is if you actually eat. It seems like he's gonna come eat. So that's good at least. And our affinity is pretty good, so we should be able to go out and mark in peace. I think we'll leave Ash here and we'll just go ahead and mark. Hopefully she'll stay since we didn't put the pups in the grass or wine for her. It looks like she will. Yeah, okay, I think she's gonna stay. So we'll go ahead and get some marking done. I don't know if we'll mark all of those hexes, but we'll get a decent amount of marking done. At least until we run out of energy, I guess. Oh, and there's a hex invasion. It looks like it might at least be in the direction that we're marking, so that's good. But of course, whenever there's a hex invasion, Igneous always has to go and make sure we keep our territory. So I think we will go deal with that and mark along the way. And maybe grab a fawn on our way home if we want. That might be nice. A little snack. Ooh, a calf. Don't mind if I do. Is that a whole elk calf too? Nice. Go ahead and fill up on that. We can maybe take some back, but I don't know. I guess it depends on how much is left. If it's worth trying to come. Yeah, no, that's not gonna be worth trying to leave somewhere. We're just gonna leave that there because we won't be able to carry it with us to the hex invasion, and it'll probably get eaten by a coyote or something, so we'll just leave it be. But at least we got Igneous fed there. This invasion is not the hex I thought it was. It is a bit further, I think, but we did at least get this whole area marked. But we're unfortunately going to be facing this invasion pretty tired, so that's not ideal, but again, Igneous is not one to pass up on a fight here. He does not just let his territory decay, not even out of laziness. Or, well, he'll let it decay. He doesn't let somebody else steal it, just out of laziness. So we will be going to confront these wolves, tired or not. Hopefully, though, we don't have any issues. Oh. There's a familiar face. We won't bother her. It doesn't seem like she wants to fight either. Oh. What are you? Oh, there's a lynx. I wonder if they were having a little bit of a showdown there. We'll leave them be, though. We have wolves to fight, or at least other wolves to fight. We don't need to concern ourselves with Ash's sister. Oh, it looks like somebody's not too happy we're passing through their territory. This is, it's quite a screenshot, actually. Oh, that is like one of the classic coats, too, I think. But, that's actually quite the screenshot. I actually didn't mean to go in photo mode, but, I mean, I might as well take a screenshot, I guess. Oops, I didn't take the screenshot. Oh well. It's there in the video if somebody wants to take a screenshot, but I meant to hit the spacebar and I accidentally went out of photo mode, but I'm not too worried about him. I'm just trying to get to this Hex invasion. I don't care about his territory yet. Who is that floating island? Somebody? Was that a yearling? I think that was a yearling. But I don't really care too much about him right now. I'm just trying to go get the territory that already belongs to us. He's not worth my time. I think I see... Is it just one wolf? Nope, it's two wolves. Okay, it's one of the females we courted too. 1-star diversity though. Let's see. Yeah, 1201 and 1-star. Yeah. Nobody I'm too worried about. 2 wolves we can definitely handle. They already seem a bit afraid of me. They're kind of backing off. Alright, here comes 1201M, it looks like, and 1-star's kind of making her way around me. Get out of here. Oh, you are low. I will take you out. You're only 1-star diversity anyways, so you would have been crap as a mate if, even if something did happen to Ash. I will go ahead and put you out of your misery there. You can't protect her. Not when she's this low. Yeah, get out of here. Of course, that's if she's worth catching up to, but she's so low, I don't think I really would want to let her live at this low of health. Even if it does take a little while. She's too low to pass this up. And Igneous is definitely not afraid to weed out the numbers of the other packs. Get over here. I'm putting you out of your misery. Yeah, wow, you're actually really low too. What if I just get both of them? You know? Why not just go for both of them? I mean, it's not my problem if you try and fight somebody you can't beat with no health. You know? Maybe you should consider that before you attack me. See if we can catch up to him. If he's too difficult to catch up to here, then we might just leave him. I mean, we're at least heading in the direction of our territory, so that's hopeful. We can at least chase him until he veers off too much. Oh, of course, the fleas. We might have to move Dins. Igneous is not very patient. And the fleas are going to very quickly... Oh, well, we're gonna lose them because of this rock we're stuck on. Come on. And he's starting to veer in the wrong direction, too. I think we're gonna leave him be, then, because we need to get back home and sleep. But he was, we did get him pretty low, so there is a chance he could still end up dying anyways. Mr. Island, did we kill him? I don't remember. But, they do still have a home hex, so Miss Island must still be going strong, and maybe has even found another mate, I don't know. But we haven't met a lot of wolves from Bumpus Buter Floating Island, have we? We've mostly met wolves from Devil's Den. They're kind of our big... Oh, I did go ahead and name a couple wolves. I went ahead and named the lead female here. Somebody suggested Beelzebub, and I just thought that was... I've always thought that was kind of a funny little, like, demon name or whatever. So I went ahead and went with that one, and I also liked that somebody suggested Lucy for that yearling that was really weirdly aggressive. We did already have a Lucifer, but I kind of liked the idea of her kind of following in his footsteps there. She also, I think, looked pretty similar to him. I think they were both gray coats. So I went ahead and named those two, but let me know if you have any other names for any particular wolves. Just let me know. Though do note you are it is more likely for me to choose your names if you pick a specific wolf, at least for adult wolves. For pups, I will go through, like, random suggestions and pick from them myself. But if you want to name an adult wolf, I am more likely to pick your name if you choose a name for a specific wolf than if you just leave suggestions, because I don't really want to go through and just, like, name all of the wolves that we meet with random name suggestions and themes. I want to have, like, specific names that were chosen for specific wolves. So if you have any names that you think would fit them, feel free to suggest them. I can't guarantee that I will pick your name, especially some of the ones that are references to popular media. If I'm not super familiar with that media, I might not pick it. Oh, I must be close to your baby. Yes, I am. I was just trying to mark territory, but I will take it. Ooh, I thought she was going to give me a revenge kick there. Did I finish marking that? I think I wanted to move the scent post because it was lower. But I will... Okay, I guess not. I will bring this back to the den, though. This is, I got Igneous fed earlier, and now I'll be able to get Ash and the pups fed. Because they are getting a little bit hungry. But yeah, I might not pick some names that are from popular media if I'm not super familiar with that piece of media, but you are still free to suggest them, because, I mean, you don't know every media I've consumed, so it's possible I could still pick some names from popular media, but just don't be offended if I don't pick a name. If it's from, like, your favorite show or something, it might just be that I'm not super familiar with it. So I might lean towards other names first that I'm more familiar with. But definitely still feel free to leave whatever name suggestions you'd like. And especially you are free to keep leaving pup names as well for the Dragon Pack. I'm not going to be naming them until Young Hunters, but I will still go back through all of the episode comments to pick names, so you're still free to leave some name suggestions, and it would be nice, since we're waiting till Young Hunters, if you have specific names for specific pups, that would be great too, since we are getting to see a lot more of their personality before we name them this way. So definitely feel free to leave specific names. I have seen a few more specific names already that have been really cute, so we'll definitely have to see once we get to Young Hunters with this pack what names they end up getting. Alright, we are back and with food. Here we go. We'll go ahead and put some regurgitant down too, that way Ash can maybe get a little bit of food. Let's also make sure our home hex is boosted. There's maybe a little bit of cougar scent, but, or lynx. Let's see, cougar. It does seem pretty faint though, and there was only that one scent, so I think we're alright, but, let's make sure everybody's fed. Let's maybe also, get affinity up a little bit, and then we can get some sleep. Ash, don't go in the den, there's fleas! We might actually be leaving tomorrow. We're getting close to the journey, but I don't think Igneous is very patient in terms of fleas, so we might go ahead and leave the den tomorrow. I don't know. Dens are a little scattered around. There's some somewhat close, but we might, since we are somewhat close to the rendezvous journey, we might not pick another den and just wait it out in grass, but yeah, let's go ahead and get some sleep for now. Alright. We are on the cusp of journey time. Unfortunately, 1841 is still sick, but let's see, can we see rendezvous sites? Yes, we can. We might go ahead and find a rendezvous site to move to. What rendezvous site do we want to go to? I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave the den, and we'll go to some grass. Fleas are very annoying. So I think we'll go ahead and mark the den as leaving. Hello? Who are you? We can't put them in the... Well, now we can't put them in the den. This is unfortunate timing, and there is no grass nearby. This is not good. We might lose somebody here. Yep. Our sick pup. This is... That was very unfortunate timing. I even howled and it didn't ding the territory. Whoever... I howled and it didn't ding the territory. We need to go to... Okay, the pups are not gonna want to cross. There's wolves here, but this is where the grass is. I need them to... We need to kill somebody. Maybe even both of these guys. I'm just gonna leave Ash with them. And just hope for the best, because we need to kill somebody here. Probably both of them, actually. I am a lot bigger than this wolf, I've realized. Oh hey, it's the campsite. I thought I definitely howled before, like right when we woke up, didn't I? Usually it dings when you're getting an attack, doesn't it? Isn't that what everybody tells me? Howl when you wake up and it'll ding if you're about to get an attack. I did not hear a ding. I did not smell anything. I thought we were fine to leave. Why did they appear out of nowhere? With no warning whatsoever. And there's no grass in that den area. So, like, what was I meant to do? How could I have prevented that? Like, genuinely. He was sick anyways, there was a very high chance he wasn't gonna make it. He was at like 20%, and I wasn't sitting with him at all. But like, seriously. Also, why is my stamina not regenerating? Bro. Igneous is not a patient wolf, and this is testing his patience, having to chase for this long because of stamina. Oh my gosh, why are they so much faster? It's probably because we have like -2 speed, but shh. Get back here. Look how much bigger I am than them. Get back here. You have made a fatal mistake. Both of you are dying. Gosh, my stamina goes down so low just biting, like, once. Come here. Get over here. Ooh, I've given him a limp. That's good, that'll help me catch up better. Hopefully I can still find his brother when I'm done with him. Genuinely, look at how much bigger I am than him. Igneous is a huge wolf. Okay, there goes him, and here's his brother. Get over here, you too. You guys are... Okay, that guy was a yearling, I think. And you're like the first wolf that we met. Come here. Oh, of course I have to regen my stamina. Hopefully they'll be okay on their own for a bit there. They're not hidden, but Ash is with them, so I'm hoping they'll be okay while we're doing this. Gosh, the stamina. I just need to be more patient, but Igneous is not patient. Just need to let it regain and not try to bite them immediately. Get back over here. Oh, that. I don't feel like I needed to jump that, but okay. There's a tiny little ledge. Come here. You're not getting away from me. Not after what you guys just did. And the last one falls. Well, I was gonna say we had a pretty peaceful episode there, but I guess it was just the calm before the storm, because things got a little dramatic at the end there. Let's go ahead and get back to the others, and maybe pick a rendezvous site. I've not really looked around at all the rendezvous sites. Let's see, what is this one that's like right in front of us here? And see if there's a particular one, maybe one we want to pick. Probably one that's somewhat close by. But it could be nice if we could find a more interesting one, maybe. Is this... Okay, that rock wasn't it. Where is this rendezvous site? This one looks like it's just kind of a patch of grass, not too particularly interesting. What about this one that's like past us here? It is very close to the campsite, which is kind of interesting, but it would be interesting if the campsite itself was a rendezvous site. Let's go past the pups. Are they all hungry? No, they should be alright, so I think let's go past and look at this rendezvous site here. We'll leave them be for now and go check out this rendezvous site. If there's any like super interesting rendezvous sites you guys like, I don't think we're gonna pick a rendezvous site yet this episode. I just want to check them out before we get back to the pups. But if there's any like super interesting ones you want me to go for, even if they're really far away, feel free to suggest them, as long as they're not in enemy territory. Which let me know kind of what rendezvous sites you guys would like to see, and I can try and go find them. Oh, is this the rendezvous site? Okay, it also looks like it's just a patch of grass. So the ones super near us are not particularly interesting, but if there are some really interesting ones that are in our territory, feel free to let me know, and I would be willing to do a longer journey to get to one of those. But for now, let's just get to our pups and regroup here and make sure we can get everybody in some grass safely so that we can maybe get some sleep. In the next episode, we will pick our rendezvous site. But let's quickly, just over here, if we can get them across the water, there's some grass over here. So let's see if we can do that. Oh, are you swimming? I'm so proud of you! Brave girl! You know, normally with my WolfQuest wolves, I do not pick favorites. Igneous might have a favorite. Come on. Let's get in the grass. Alright. And I think that's going to be where we end the episode. So next episode we will be doing our rendezvous site journey. We just have to get 1839 a little bit more weight there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.